dear students. My name is Josué Garzón, and we are going to start with the activity. First, the first thing that you need to know is that this is individually, okay? This is not a conversation. As you can see, we have two pictures here. We can observe that there are many people in the beach, and there are few people in the cinema. Now, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer to go to the beach with some friends, or do you prefer to go to the cinema with your boyfriend or girlfriend? For now, we are going to start with Marlon. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and go.
Well, I like to go to the beach with my friends. Why? I can spend time with her. Also, it is important to developing my swimming skills. I can to meet people over the beach, and I would enjoy having new experiences with new people as well.
Okay, thank you, Marlon. Now, as you can see, I have noticed that there are some mistakes, especially in grammar. For example, I noticed that someone says, I can too. We don't say I can too. We say like, I can practice, for example, I can go. So, two is not suitable for in this case. Also, I noticed that someone said they is important. We don't say they is important. Remember, we have here plural noun they. So we have to add the to be verb. The to be verb are. They are important. About pronunciation, I noticed that some of you said like friends with letter I. Friends. We don't say friends. We say friends. And that is it. I think they are the most important errors that I have noticed in your activity. Thank you so much. Now, sometimes it is best not to indicate errors, not to make them notice when errors have been done. And the main reason it is because to avoid disruptions during the activity. In this case, it was a fluency practice activity, so it is not suitable to disrupt the students during the activity. It is best to indicate errors at the end of the activity. We can write on the board, or we can ask the students to think about the errors that they have committed. This is about delayed correction. That is it. Thank you.
Good morning, class. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. So today, remember last class that we were doing the drafts and the writing about my last holiday? So this class, we're gonna start revising some of your works that have sent me to the platform. So right now we're gonna check Gabi's work and pay attention because I'm gonna focus on the rubric that we have for here. So all right, as you can see here, this is for a 1 level, and the student name is Gabriel Palas. So I have a few notes that I have checked based on the writing process rubric that we have done. Remember that this is the second draft that we have done, so let's get in with it. Pay attention and take some notes, okay? So Gabi has made some clear mistakes here. I'm just gonna read really quick. Right, let's focus on this sentence right here. And university, these things here that we used, for example, university, we have used some vocabulary for the places that you went to. So this is really good because we have recycled the vocabulary we used in past classes. So another mistake that Gabi made here was in the tenses. For example, if we can see here, we have focused on using, for example, concise ideas and all this, but she has made a bit of mistakes during the use of grammar. For example, she used I want to do all the same things I did in my university days. So she is focusing on the use of past simple. So what we remember from this rule in past simple is that we use ed. We add ed to the verb, and then we have past simple. All right, another mistake she used here is in the spelling of the word cookies. So as we can see, she wrote cookies here. The correction would be the double O, and we make this correctly. So it's not a bad writing because she has really a concise thing. She's focusing on organizing well her writing. She connects really well her sentences, and she has done a really good conclusion. So we gotta give her, I would say probably a 17 or 18, but she has only focused on the things that she did on her holiday. I already said that it's gonna be 100 or 150 words maximum. So she meets the requirements and the criteria I have given her in the rubric. So it's very good. And in the conclusion, she really sums up the whole story. Right, so this is really, really good, Gabby. So I'm gonna give you an 18 out of 20. So why did I focus here on using writing and why I have done this as a practical idea of how to evaluate writing? Because in writing, we have to focus on encouraging our students to do well and to keep on writing, so you have to encourage them by, not focusing too much on the content. You have to focus on the ideas that the student has given and how she has expanded on these ideas with the use of the grammar, the vocabulary that you have given her during the class. In this example, Gabriela has used really well grammar. She has made some tiny mistakes, and she has focused on the vocabulary that we're giving through class. So this is a really good writing, and this is how we could evaluate during class so that other students can see how they can do a better work in the room.
Hi there, students. Now we are going to do an activity that it's reading and filling in a chart. Okay. This activity is individual. Okay. Please access to the link that I sent you to the chat of the Zoom. Okay. Here we have the link. And open this file. It is a reading comprehension activity, and also fill with the information in this chart that we have in this part. Okay, you have 2 minutes to do it. Okay. Complete according to this example, to the example of Jane. Okay, the first part, we have Jack. What is the correct answers? Please, Mary, tell me all of the information that you find in Jack. What's the age? What his age?
Jack is 13 years old. He is French.
Cycling, very good. Okay. Marlon, please tell me the information from Diego.
Yeah, Diego is 28 years old, and his nationality is Portuguese. He works like a doctor, and he likes climbing and horse riding.
Very good. Okay, and now Leslie, please tell me the information of Nick.
Nick is 25 years old. He's German. He is mechanical engineer, and he likes going to the gym and playing golf.
Okay, very good. Okay, here we have the complete exercise. Very good. This activity is useful to the students to reinforce their knowledge and also to practice the English language. Also allow students to practice scanning. It means that they need to read the information and only find specific details in the activity. And also the correction pattern that the teacher can use in this part is individual. Students complete the activity by their own. Also, a teacher can use this activity to pair word activity and close and open pair activity. It means that two students pass on the front of the class and say the answers to the rest of the class. Thank you very much.
Hi, dear students. So today we're going to start the class. And if you remember, the last class we talked about keeping healthy, and we were talking about food, how to eat good, how to eat healthy. So today we are going to continue keeping healthy, but doing exercise. Doing exercise also is good to keep us healthy. So, Gabby, could you help me please with this question? How often do you do exercise?
Well, I don't make exercise.
You don't make exercise?
Don't do exercise.
Okay, good. I don't do exercise. So, echo correction, this means repeat what students just said, but with a rising intonation. We should the student that there is an error there or a slip. So this could be a good strategy. However, we have to be really careful because it could affect the student's confidence. So we have to do appropriately. It could be useful when a teacher asks students questions at the moment to talk, not in a role play or an oral lesson. And also, it is useful for B1 to C1 levels because they are able to correct themselves.
Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to do something different. This is a bingo game. Let me share my screen. Okay, here is the activity that I'm going to apply with you. I'm going to share some links to you to get a link with a card, and you need to mark the correct box according to what you heard. You are going to choose one link. The first one is for Josue, the next for Marlon, the third one is for Gabby, and the last for Les. Please choose the link and go into the activity. Everybody has the link. Enter to the link. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to set some daily activities and please mark the correct one. The first one is do homework, have lunch, wake up, brush your teeth, have dinner, go to school, go to bed. Someone finished?
No.
Okay. Have breakfast. Get up. Can you share the screen with your card?
Can you see, teacher?
Yes, okay, Jose, please read those phrases using in your own example about your daily routine.
Okay, I get up at 6 o'clock. I go to school at 7 o'clock. I have lunch at 12 o'clock. I go to bed at 8 o'clock. I do homework in the afternoon. I go to school at 6 o'clock a.m. I have breakfast at 7 o'clock. I brush my teeth at before 8 o'clock, and I wake up at 5 o'clock a.m.
Okay. Bingo game is an activity that teacher can apply for grouping learners. The teacher can use the interaction pointer, focus on teacher to the whole class, or maybe with forming groups. The objective in this activity is to review a student's understanding about a specific grammar point or vocabulary and try to reinforce their knowledge. Also, students can practice and improve their language skills.
Well, guys, how are you? Today we are going to continue developing our presentations for the next hour. So I'm going to divide you in pairs. You are going to prepare a presentation about Unit 13.3, which is giving feedback. You are going to include all the most important aspects in your presentations, not include all text because it's boring. And yep, that's it. So please join to the breakout rooms. I will be visiting you in a few minutes.
Compañera Gaby, ¿qué más podemos poner aquí que hacen los estudiantes en la clase?
Espera, tengo que revisar el libro a ver qué más podemos añadirle ahí.
Hey guys, don't forget to use the English.
Oh, sorry, teacher.
Sorry, teacher.
Yeah. So let's continue with the next activity. This time it's for presenting your slides. So I need you, Josue, present your work in front of the class. Please share your.
Okay, finally, a student wrote in his learner diary, you always ask the same students to answer. It takes me longer to think in English, so I never have a chance to answer. According level A, feedback to the teacher on classroom procedure. Key words are, you always ask the same students to answer, so I never have a chance.
So thank you very much. I will give you some feedback for the whole class. So in this part, I see that you have developed a good job. It was better than last time. So I congrats you for this fact. And in this part, I am emphasizing or I'm focusing on your effort and your achievement on language. And purpose of this is encouraging you in order to promote your autonomous learning, and I am praising you as well. The last feedback is about you have developed her work activity quite well. However, I listen too much Spanish but not enough English. So you have to take into account this as well. So because we are in English classes and you need to use the language. I'm focusing on language achievement in behavior in this part, and the purpose of this is that I have to make you notice that your behavior is inappropriate because you are using, as I said, another language which is inappropriate for the class, and I am encouraging you and informing about those aspects. As well, I was monitoring, and for that reason I could notice some of the important factors.